Supreme Brahman or Krishna, and thus everything belongs to him only. One who knows perfectly well that everything belongs to Krishna, that he is the proprietor of everything, and that therefore everything is engaged in the service of the Lord, naturally has nothing to do with the results of his activities, whether virtuous or sinful. Even one's material body being a gift of the Lord for carrying out a particular type of action can be engaged in Krishna consciousness. It is then beyond contamination by sinful reactions, exactly as a lotus leaf, though remaining in the water, is not wet. The Lord also says in the Gita 3:30, Mahi sarvam karmani sannyasa, resign all works unto me, Krishna. The conclusion is that a person without Krishna consciousness acts according to the concept of the material body and senses, but a person in Krishna consciousness acts according to knowledge that the body is the property of Krishna and should therefore be engaged in the service of Krishna. So, there are different levels of transcendentalists. In India, there is the impersonalists and the personalists. So, generally, people accept God as an energy. If you ask people the question, they see God as energy. But Prabhupada says in one of the lectures, this will not bring full satisfaction because example of the sun is given, just like the sun's got three phases: the sun god, the sun planet, and the sunshine. So sun god is compared to Krishna himself. The sun planet is compared to the Paramatma, where Krishna is within everyone's heart. And then the sunshine is compared to the Brahman, the energy coming from Krishna's body. So the example is given, just like Prabhupada gives the example. He says, if someone is giving you a house with everything in it, well, the only condition is you have to be by yourself. No one would agree. So going to the Brahman is like that, you're just by yourself. So the real pleasure comes when you're in touch with Krishna. So in today's purport, that point is mentioned, that if you're in connection with Krishna, then whether you're in the material world or even in your material world, you're in connection with Krishna. So in one sense, you're not in the material world. You're in the spiritual world with Krishna. And Prabhupada gives an example of this. He says, whether Krishna is in the material world or the spiritual world is no difference. And the example is given like, you can all sit on this side. This side, yeah. Example is given, just like sun. The sun is very powerful. It can purify stool and urine. It doesn't get affected. And it purifies the water. So, if a material material object like the sun can do that, you can imagine what Krishna can do. He's more powerful than the sun. So, example of how Krishna is the purest of the pure is when Shishupal was when Krishna killed Shishupal in the Ashwamedh Yagya, he cut his head off. For the Ashwamedh Yagya to go on, there had to be purity, and if the blood came, the Ashwamedh Yagya would have been finished. So Krishna cut him with the Sudarshan Chakra, but there was not blood which fell on the floor. So the yajna went on. So Prabhupada explains in the 10th chapter, even anything in connection with Krishna is pure, even the material circumstances don't get contaminated. So but Prabhupada comments also in the 18th chapter that in order to surrender to Krishna, one has to have done austerity in many lifetimes, in previous lifetimes, to accept that Krishna is the Supreme. It's not so easy. Understanding philosophy is one thing, but practicing is higher. So then there's another point which is given, Prabhupada gives. He says, in order to understand the soul, one has to be free from lamentation, and one has to have knowledge. So if one is lacking knowledge, then understanding you're not the body is very difficult. But there are people like yogis and jnanis, they do a lot of austerity, and they understand the point about you're not the body, but because they have no proper understanding through the self-realized teachers, they merge the soul, thinking that the super soul is equal to the soul. So this misunderstanding comes in. So to get the proper understanding, one has to have a proper teacher. A spiritual master has to be there to guide one on the way. So it's this is the problem with modern religion. They have no line of disciplined succession of teachers. And then because of the modern leaders, they promote academic education. So all confusion comes in. But the proper knowledge comes through line of parampara. So there is 4 lines of parampara which are giving this knowledge of Krishna consciousness. There is Ramanuja's Lakshmi Sampradaya, which is Ramanuja. There is the Rudra Sampradaya, Nimbaka. Vishnu Swami is the Kumara. And the Hare Krishna movement is part of the Brahma Sampradaya. So, Lord Chaitanya, he took 2 principles out of these 4 sampradayas. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentioned at some point, all these sampradayas will merge into this one. Because Lord Chaitanya, he gave the easiest way how to approach Krishna. He says even in previous times before Lord Chaitanya's coming, chanting the holy name would take some time to get results. It wouldn't come immediately. Because Lord Chaitanya has directly come and he's giving Krishna to everyone, through his mercy, connection to Krishna becomes very fast. So we have to, Srila Prabhupada, he gave the way how to do it. He said, first you have to know who you're surrendering to. If you don't know who you're surrendering to, it's hard to surrender. Like Balabhushan, one of the teachers in line, he gives an example. He says, Krishna is an ocean of mercy and is full of compassion. But those who don't think that Krishna is an ocean of mercy and is full of compassion will find it difficult to surrender to Krishna. So, Prabhupada gave the way. He said, if devotees read my books 1 or 2 hours every day, then renunciation will come into them. Because Prabhupada said, I didn't write these books. Krishna wrote them. So, in order to go into these writings, it's important to discuss with devotees. When you discuss it, you're churning the nectar, so you go deeper into the teachings. And Prabhupada said in one of his lectures, he said the Srimad Bhagavatam has got 18,000 verses. Each verse you can discuss for 1 month. So 18,000 you discuss each verse for 1 month, it'll take you 1,500 years. So the time is very short, you don't have that long. Only thing is, because we're living in the Kali Yuga is there now, the age of quarrel and hypocrisy is there. One has to take Krishna consciousness very seriously. Because Krishna consciousness is for deep thinkers. If someone is not a deep thinker, he cannot take to Krishna consciousness. Because Krishna consciousness is like Srila Prabhupada gave an example. He said, once you surrender to Krishna, Krishna puts you in a position of a judge. Now, on the material level, to become a judge, it takes a long, long time. You have to get so much qualifications and not so easy. But Krishna is very, very merciful. Like if you surrender to him and you follow his instructions, he puts you in a position of a judge and he gives you all the qualifications. So this is how merciful Krishna is. But one thing we have to be careful on the path of Krishna consciousness is avoid offenses to the holy name. And if we can avoid offenses to the holy name and avoid sense gratification, enjoying mentality, then practicing Krishna consciousness becomes very easy. But for those who are conditioned for many lifetimes, that's not so easy. So this is why the deity worship is there. So by going through deity worship, you get purified. Your attachment to Krishna comes, then you're hearing lectures, and in time you get purified. And once the attachment comes, then sense gratification becomes less, attachment to holiness becomes strong, then surrender becomes easy. But the main thing is to have the association of devotees, of those who are practicing. A question was asked to Srila Prabhupada that how to become advanced in Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada said, you associate with the devotees. They are trying to serve Krishna. And Prabhupada gave the example. He said, if you associate with drunkards, you become a drunkard. If you associate with devotees, you become a devotee. And the other side is, according to how much you're willing to surrender, then Krishna gives you that level of intelligence. I'll stop here. Any comments or questions? Got 5 minutes, 7 minutes. Yes, so the human life, we have high intelligence, and it's very important to, we have to, in order to purify our emotions, we have to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. We have to read the Srimad Bhagavatam. Prabhupada he spent more time on translating Srimad Bhagavatam. So if you go through Srimad Bhagavatam, and then Mahabharata like that, and we study Bhagavad Gita, then in this way we purify our emotions. And then we serve the devotees also. We come and do some seva for devotees. Take to chanting Hare Krishna. In this way we come to the point where we get the higher taste. And then when we get the higher taste, other things become less. Prabhupada gave the example, he said, if you take to chanting 16 rounds, he said, this society of family, friendship and love will not give you happiness. But chanting 16 rounds and following 4 principles will give you happiness. So, the process is right in front of us now. It's easy we just have to take to it. In Prabhupada's time, it was more difficult because he was translating the books. When lectures would come out, many devotees would hear one lecture. When a new book come out, many devotees read the one book. But now everything is in front of us. We just have to take to it. Okay, I'll stop here. God art is going to happen soon. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Put these things away. Because you can put the mic in the corner like that. Krishna gives you make the proportion.
Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman Ki Shri Gaurnitai Ki.
I'm going to sing Gaurati, so I'll sing first and you repeat after me. Kiba Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Aroti Ke Sobha Kiba Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Aroti Ke Sobha Jaya Jaya Gaurangi Aroti Soba Janavi Tatavani Jagamanaloba Gaurangi Aroti Soba Jaga Jana Manaloba Gaurangi Aroti Soba Jaga Jana Manaloba Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityanamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Vastatari Satarine Namaste Saraswati Deve Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadada Sivasari Gaura Bhaktavedanta Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadada Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavedanta Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadada Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavedanta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य श्री भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपी गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की मायपुर वृंदावन धाम की नीलाचल जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की तुलसी देवी भक्ति देवी की गंगा देवी यमुना देवी की हरिनाम संकीर्तन की सावेद भक्तवृंद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी all glory simple devotees, all glory simple devotees, all glory simple devotees, all glory Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga.
Namaste Narasingaya हिरण्यकाशिपूर्वक्षः श्रीलातङ्कानकालाय इतो नरसिंहो परतो नरसिंहो यातो यातो यामितातो नरसिंहो बाहिर नरसिंहो इदारे नरसिंहो नरसिंहमतिं शरणं प्रपदे तव करकमलवरे नाकामद्भुतशृङ्गा ललिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुप्रेङ्गा केशवतीता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
भगवान की गौर निताय की गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल।